What's up, YouTube? Welcome back. So, in this video, I want to talk about what Candace Owens had to say about the Vogue cover that features Harry Styles in a dress. And, Candace Owens, she expressed her disapproval about this, and she said, bring back manly men. And I think for Candace, one, I think that's just the men that she may find more attractive, more quote unquote traditional men. And as well, I think those are the men that may make her feel comfortable and make her feel safe as well. And, she's allowed to like what she likes, you know, but I think she also felt like this is like being pushed. She put it in the West, but being pushed in the media, as far as like, oh, men in dresses, or I guess men not being traditionally masculine, and I think she has a problem with that. And to be fair, I think that a lot of women have a problem with that. There's a segment of women who don't, and there's a segment of women who are all for it. But I think women in general want traditionally masculine men, you know, even if they have a problem with misogyny, you know, discrimination against women, misogynoir, etc. Even still, I think, those women want traditionally masculine men, and they don't want, pretty much, they don't want men to be kind of like challenging those specific gender norms that Harry Styles is challenging. Also, I do kind of wonder, like, what was like the message that I think Harry Styles and Vogue were trying to push with that image. You know, I'm not quite sure what they were trying to say. Um, or maybe it was just like, hey, is it really a big deal? You know, I think at this point we've done seen, many men in dresses, across different, races and ethnic groups, you know. And I think some people may disapprove of Candace's disapproval, especially like feminist folk, because they may feel like it is her disapproval comes from femphobia, fear of femininity, fear of women, etc. So I think that may be, you know, where like the feminists are coming from, and like, well, this type of imagery helps to combat femphobia. So because of that, they may be for it. And you'll also hear that argument low key being pushed when it comes to, well, like, oh, women being open to dating men who are bisexual, right? In the black community, amongst black women, that was a topic at kind of like during that situation with that dude from that reality show, and the Andrew Gillum situation as well. Femphobia, right? Um, but again, I don't really knock Candace for having this opinion, though. It's what she likes, and I think some people may feel like, oh, what's the big deal? It's just a dress. But ultimately, Candace has a right to have an opinion about it, and I don't think she should be canceled just for this opinion. I feel like a lot of more people feel the way that she does. Not so much in Hollywood. I think they may feel that way, but they're not going to voice their opinion because they know that Hollywood is very liberal, and they know who runs Hollywood, and they don't want to step on anyone's toes when it comes to that sort of a thing, right? Um, but nevertheless, I will say, and I've said this phrase in this quote before, but I'll say it again. You know, all gender is drag, and the meaning of that really is just like we all sort of are imitating someone's idea of masculinity or femininity. We didn't come up with these ideas ourselves. These ideas were taught to us, right? These either directly taught to us or indirectly taught to us by just us observing other people who were older than us, usually, and how they portrayed masculinity or femininity, right? And we may have put our own little spin on masculinity or femininity, but ultimately these ideas don't come from us. We didn't come out the womb with these ideas, nor did we form these ideas ourselves. They were given to us, you know. And as well, I think culture plays a large role in shaping people's ideas of what is masculine and what is feminine. Because I believe at one point, I think wearing high heels um, was considered masculine at one point, you know, a long time ago. Um, but nevertheless, it was. I think at one point or another, there were like those judges who were putting on those like wigs. Those judges who wear those crazy looking wigs, and I don't know if they put on makeup with it too. I'm not sure. Something like that. Um, Scottish men wearing kilts. Perhaps what Harry Styles' look is on the Vogue cover may end up being considered masculine later on. Who knows, right? And Candace also spoke about like an agenda, that Hollywood is pushing, you know, and that isn't the first time someone has said that Hollywood is pushing a certain agenda. And I'm not going to say that there isn't any, you know, thing to be suspicious of. But I really don't think this agenda is going to be going really too far. I don't really think it can go far. Candace Owens did mention that, quote unquote, we do need, strong, manly men in society, which, yeah, that is true. We do, because there are some jobs that I don't really think women are going to be jumping up to, to do. I'm not trying to be shady or anything, but honestly, I don't really think many women want to be on a construction site. I think you may find a woman here and a woman there, not saying that no woman wants to be, but generally speaking, I really don't think many women want to be on, say, like a construction site, in freezing weather, handling heavy machinery, you know, or being on the side of the road doing pavement, etc. Those type of jobs that more so men kind of gravitate towards, or, collecting, being a trash man, Although I did see one woman trash man once. But, um, those jobs are kind of like really physically demanding a lot of the time. And I really don't think a lot of times I really think a lot of men don't even want to do those jobs, but especially a lot of women, you want to do those physically demanding jobs and then have to come home and do, take care of kids and do housework too. Nah, like, nah, right? Women are pretty much just be fine being supportive to men who do that, but I don't think they want to do that themselves, And as well, I don't really think there's some occupations that men seem to not gravitate towards, like say, um, being like teachers to toddlers, daycare, that type of work, um, like nursing, right? Don't want to be taking care of nobody, right? Right. Um, but yeah, what do you guys think about what Candace Owens had to say? You think that, you agree with her? Do you think that she went too far? You think that what she said was offensive? Do you think that what she says, has a lot of truth in it? Tell me what you think. Let me know in the comments section. Until the next video, adios and goodbye for now. One more thing. I would like to see what Candace Owens has to say in regards to her definition of, traditionally masculine man or manly man. Like, what's her definition of, being quote unquote a manly man, right? In a more traditional, traditionally masculine man. And also, you know, since we are talking about bringing back more traditionally masculine men, will there be the counter argument to like, oh well, if we're bringing back traditionally masculine men, let's bring back traditionally feminine women, right? What would that look like too? But just some food for thought. Let me know what you think in the comments section. Adios and goodbye for now.